Hey guys, this is Jose and David. We are ChipMonk Baking, and we are doing Founders Friday, so ask away.
So what was a low from this past year?
Ooh, man, that is
that's tough to count.
Yeah, that's a really deep question right off the bat. I think the lowest point for me is seeing our sales go up, but our expenses going up like to match the sales. So when you think you're finally going to make like a nice profit, expenses kind of come up from behind you and tell you otherwise. So that's been sad. It's both a good thing and a bad thing, but it's a little depressing seeing us sell so much more this year than the previous year and not see as much profit as we would want.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's probably like both the beginning and the tail end of the year had a nice little COVID explosion. I remember in January, we pretty much had like our entire team out, like our baking team out because of COVID, and then some of them had to actually leave due to family reasons, and it was just kind of a nightmare for a while. Jose and I had to scramble. We were in the kitchen almost every day and, find new team members and also making sure everybody, was safe and healthy. And then this past December and now coming into January, we're seeing, the same
Similar
kind of thing where almost every week one team member is either exposed or maybe positive for COVID, and it just makes things tough for us because we can't really plan operations, because we need to make sure people are isolating and staying safe. It's kind of tough, and there's no real end in sight too. I think that's the worst part.
That's the saddest part.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah, seriously.
So what was a high from this year?
Ooh, there's quite a lot of things. We got into Central Market, which is like a specialty grocer here in Texas. They have 10 stores. They're like the premium chain for HEB. So we got in there and did really well. So that was a pretty awesome high for me in particular.
Yeah. One thing we did was, I think it was in May, there's a subscription box company called Keto Crate, and they ordered 20,000 pouches of our cookie bites, all to be delivered at once, which is by and far the biggest order we'd ever had or had to produce. And it was kind of a nightmare. Almost everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, but we did manage to deliver it on time. It was great revenue for us, but we also saw this huge boost of our online sales for a little while from that. So I was particularly proud because that was like our first big boy purchase order, and we managed to survive it.
So what is a goal that y'all have for 2022?
Going back to like what I said about Central Market, there's a lot of other premium specialty stores throughout the country, just like them in other states. And for me, we'd like to get into more of them. I don't have a set number in mind, but the more the merrier. So expanding wholesale through large distribution is my goal for the year.
Yeah, I think overall our goal is to roughly double our revenue, but avoiding what happened to us last year and try to keep our expenses under control so that we can actually generate a profit for the year, I think is the highest level that we're trying to achieve.
Did y'all have any goals for this past year that y'all feel like y'all just absolutely shattered?
Revenue goal. Yeah. We weren't too optimistic because of COVID, and the way that the previous year ended was pretty slow, and then this last year was awesome. So we definitely went above and beyond what we projected we would sell. So that was awesome.
Yeah, I think the product itself has really come a long way this year too. Like the cookie bites that we have, all in great, amazing custom packaging. Same thing with our single serve cookies. At the beginning of last year, it's hard to imagine, but we used to just have bags with stickers on them still in January, and they looked not great. Like you wouldn't want to put them up in your shelf in the store. So I think it's amazing to me that in less than a year, so much has changed, and now we have a product that I think really stands apart and that we can be proud of to have in a store or on the shelf.
It continues to change. Actually, our cookies are getting flow wrapped this year, so
it's the next phase.
Yeah. It's always a work in progress.
And then do y'all have any other thoughts just about the past year and going into this coming year?
think we learned a lot last year. I think we cemented our team.
Yeah.
So I think we're done with like the growing pains of building a team. Now it's just a matter of like fully utilizing who we have to maximize our efficiency and gain some profits finally, hopefully.
Yeah, I think investing in the culture of our team that was a big lesson learned from last year, is something we have to do. And then I think like personally, probably for both me and Jose, is just maintaining kind of our wellness, both mentally and physically. That's such a huge part when you're dealing with uncertainty, crazy economy, pandemic, etc. One thing you can always control is like what you're eating, how you're sleeping, what you're reading, what you're thinking. And I think that's something we try to communicate with the team as well, is try to keep that positive mindset and realize that you have a lot of power within yourself. And even though the world seems a little hectic, you can still have a positive outlook and use that energy to do positive things.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. See ya.